Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I'm going to do some sharing. Good morning, Jen. How are you? Hello, hello. All right. Ooh, wonder. How's everybody doing this morning? Happy almost Valentine's Day. Just doing all my things. Good morning, Lucas. How are you? I'm just sharing them out. Hang on here. Good morning, Kim. How are you? How are you? How's everybody doing? What are we sipping on this morning? Talk to me. Let's do a quick. Oh, wait, that's my old one. Yikes. Here's my new one. Man, this new lipstick that I have is like, well, no, it's not new. One of the layers, I have layered lipstick, is like looking good on the TikTok. You have one of those days you're like, ooh, check it out. Okay. Feeling confident. Put these, get my cards ready. Kind of getting in the zone here. Let's tap the screen on TikTok and share the live. And actually, you know what? Mud water. Oh, I know what that is. I've never had that before. I feel like that's what I would refer to coffee as. Because I don't like coffee. It tastes like dirt to me. I've heard it's really good for that, but I've never delved into it. All right, let's cleanse the energy, friends. Hello, hello. We're going to cleanse the energy. Let's get the. Plus, I just like the smell of the sage, right? Let's get this. Can you guys hear me okay? On the Facebook and Instagram. Thank you so much, Kay Hester. Yeah, all the juju. All the juju. Let's get the people in the room. Let's let people know that we're here. All right. Water here. Okay, yeah, I got my usual. My peach. I got peach vibe today. Good morning, T. Good morning. Good morning. We get the room filled up here. We're gonna get people in watching the show. My name is Lorenda Carr. I'm an evidential psychic medium. I don't know why I feel the need to throw that in. I think I got in a habit of that. Hi, good morning, Heather. I always say evidential, but it's not necessary. It's just I'm a medium, psychic medium. QHHT practitioner. We're going to talk about love and karma and soulmates and twin flames. We're going to talk about all that stuff today, all the fun things, right? Because it's almost Valentine's Day. Sometimes that creates a little anxiety in people, and that's all right. I told my husband, I was like, listen, don't buy me anything. That's silly. I mean, if he wants to give me flowers, I won't be upset because that always brightens a room. But like, I don't need presents. I don't really need the presents. What I told him was like, you know what, if you want to go to dinner, great. If not, that's fine too. I just would rather have time, rather just spend time with him because we're so crazy. Oh my gosh. Thanks, Lucas. I had my crown ready here. I got my crown. Oh, there we go. Now I'm ready. If I didn't have Lucas, I don't know what I'd do. Good morning, Paula. Good morning. Good morning. All right, so we're drinking. We have people drinking all kinds of stuff. We've got the coffee, the water, the mud water. We've got the Celsius here going on. So I hope everybody's well. Any big plans for Valentine's Day? Anybody have any plans? Oh, thanks for being part of my team, friends. She did. Kat made this one, and she made all my crowns. Well, except for that one. That one's the Amazon one. Hi, Jen. So she also made this one. This is my Caradwin crown. And she also made my big Leo energy crown. She's got a couple right now, and I hope I didn't miss them already. Um, oh, thank you, Heather. I actually made an effort today. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm like, oh, just dialing it in. But thank you. Um, so actually, Kat, speaking of Kat, is going to be on my show. Thank you, Hair Logic. What Matt buy you a pool? Well, we're still working on that, Lucas. I'm just trying to get him to. Yeah, he's not going to do that while we live in this house. He said that about the last two houses too, by the way. I know he should, but he didn't. He's not going to. I think yes, next week. I need to confirm with her. So yeah, I'm going to have her on and we're going to talk about what inspires her to make her crowns. And if you don't follow her, Mystic Mind Design, she's got a bunch of them right now. And I believe a bunch are on sale. So if you like my crowns, go check them out. And we're going to have her Kat of Mystic Mind Design on the show next week. I've got to get back to like planning my shows, not just dialing it in. I've been so busy with everything else going on that I've just not been putting effort in. I show up though every week. Now last week, thank you all for holding space for me and sending me such lovely messages. I did have to send my puppy, they're always puppies, even when they're 10. I had to send her to heaven over the Rainbow Bridge last week. So I just couldn't do it. The crowns are not heavy. They're not. The one from Amazon was more heavy than these. These are awesome. They're like the perfect smooth finish. And they just fit right on. They're awesome. It doesn't bother me. She does an amazing job. And what I told her was I want Outlander. I gave her a list of things that I like and that inspire me. Thank you for being part of my team, Carrie. And she nailed it. She nailed it with the crowns. So Kat will be on next week. And interesting fun fact about Kat is that she used to be a dancer. She studied dance. Thank you, Heather. I do have the big Leo energy going on today. Thank you, Kay Hester. I appreciate it. So yeah, my puppy Piper. Many of you have heard her barking at passerbys over the last a few years since I've been on TikTok, but 6 months, 8 months. Oh my gosh, I've been doing this Spirit Science and Sips for 8 months, and I've only missed 2 Thursdays, and one was to be with my puppy. And you know what's interesting is I haven't felt her around yet. You know what? I didn't, Jen, because God forbid I remember these things. And it was freezing cold last night, like ice, and I didn't get home till late anyway. So no, we didn't. Oh yeah, you should switch to YouTube. So make sure you guys are following. I'm also live on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, same name. Yeah. And also, if you go back and watch the replay, listen, I've been in a class called Pin Talk, and it's a 3-month intensive course. It's great. I call it intensive because I don't learn very fast, like when it comes to computer things, and I'm learning all kinds of interesting stuff, right? SEO, and I've heard of SEO. I know these things exist. I just never knew how to, and like long tail keywords, short tail, like I knew they existed, but didn't really know how to like integrate it into things. And that's what we're learning. I'm only 1 month in out of the 3 months. I guess we're 6 weeks in now. Holy cow. Like I'm learning so much stuff. So if you do Pinterest, go follow my Pinterest page. I only have like 7 followers, and you'll get to watch it unfold because I'm learning every week how to incorporate Pinterest and using the search engine that Pinterest has for like playing the long game, basically. Because TikTok is awesome. I've got 37,000 followers on TikTok, and I'm like hanging around the 700 mark for every single other platform, which to me is still, it's organic, and that's what I want. But we need people that are interested in what I have to say and what I have to do. So go follow Pinterest. It's and repin my stuff. I just started. You know what's crazy? What's crazy, Lorenda? I was on Pinterest and someone had taken my cards. Hi, Leanne. Someone had taken my cards, pictures of my cards, my Dancing Spirit Oracle deck had changed. So like the face card, my main card. Hold on, I'll show it to you. The main card, the Dancing Spirit card, this one, someone had gone in with Canva or something and taken out the Dancing Spirit part and just put dance in bold letters. Thank you, Kimberly. Appreciate it. So had taken that off. So naturally, I went on. I was like, thank you so much for sharing my card. It looks like you changed it. And then, so what I did was I went through last night, another rabbit hole that I went down. I went down the rabbit hole of Canva and put my website across all my images. I know, right, Jen? And then someone else had shared the card too, but never gave me credit. And I think that's what bugs me is like, you want to share out my stuff? Awesome. Excellent. Share out my stuff. Give me the fucking credit. These are my cards. I created them. And so somebody else that had just and I don't have the little R symbol on them yet, and I need to do that. I need to get them trademarked. I need it or copyrighted because, and I do have copyright rights because I've published them and I've sold them, and they're all original creations. So I know it's crazy. It is crazy. Like how rude, right? And so the other person that just obviously took my images right off my website and posted them and said they just like beautiful art. I'm like, okay, great. And I said, thank you so much. I was nice. I'm like, thank you so much for sharing my cards. And then if anybody's interested in purchasing them and put my website, that was my comment. So, and they responded, thank you so much. They're beautiful. And so I appreciated that interaction. So just remember, if you guys want to share stuff out, if you want to share art, if you want to share people's things, tag them, tag the artist, tag the person that's selling the product. Don't just throw it out there. That does no good. Right. So share it, be supportive. I started Spirit Signs and, or not Spirit Signs and Zips. Well, Spirit Signs and Zips, yes, but SIGN, it's an acronym, Spiritual Insight Guidance Network, because I'm all about networking. I'm all about community. I'm all about sharing. And I think that's a lost art, to be honest. We get so caught up in ourselves. Thanks, Stricker. Because we get sort of caught up in ourselves and me, that we're not putting the effort in to promote other people. We're not being a girl's girl. Okay. Even if it's not a girl, you got to be a girl's girl. Okay. So I know, right, Leanne? It is to me. I know. And okay. So Jennifer Bridges, Jen, but not Jen. Yeah. I love your screen name. She'll travel all over the country or all over the world, and she'll take the cards and she'll send me pictures. She'll be like, and your cards are in Portugal, your cards are in a random island. Here's a mountain in the background. And I love that. And she always, tags me and says, here we go. Oh, very cool, Allison. Thanks for joining. Exactly, Joan. You just give the credit where it's due because, like Rob, that's a really good example too. Even when I'm doing live in-person readings, if I use Intuitive Intention Rob, if I use his deck, even if I'm using them in public, I will give credit. I'll say, these are my friend Rob's. They're awesome. You should check them out. Intuitive Intention. Like I make sure. So if I'm at Camp Chesterfield and I'm using and doing an event, I have the box sitting out too. So if people want to ask, especially when you're in a place where that's what people do. They like the cards. They like getting into stuff. It's important to share. All right. So, announcements. I have announcements. I'm trying to be organized. Look at me. Look, I made a list of things. And also listen, this is how cool I'm getting. This is how cool this old 53-year-old lady's getting. I made an intro and an outro video for all the other platforms. I can't do it on TikTok, or if I can, I don't know how to yet. But like, so if you go to any of my other platforms and watch this replay, I know, right, Leanne? Look at me making a list. If you go watch the replay, you'll see I did an intro video. And when it's done, there's an outro, or I'm going to call it an outro. YouTube took my music off of it though, even though it was just generic music. They took the music off. So I might have to go through and find a YouTube version of the music. I know, right, Jen? Look at me go. I'm working so hard, you guys, I spent probably, I don't know, 12 hours on Sunday because I was trying to keep my knee up and propped up. And I spent 12 hours on getting caught up on homework because I was first day of class was my knee surgery. The third class was second class was all about TikTok. The third class was when I was in Nevis. And thank you very much, Hair Logic. And so, yeah. So I missed 2 classes, and then things just got crazy busy. Is your class for all of us? It is, which is why it's called All Level Spiritual Development Class. It's on my list. I'm going to talk about it. It's on my list. I have a list. I know, I never have lists. Well, I have lists. I just often lose them or I leave them upstairs. I'm like, damn it, I forgot my list. Okay, so this weekend, if you are local to Central Indiana, I'm going to be at Camp Chesterfield on platform Saturday. Yeah, I'm listed as a guest medium at Camp Chesterfield. I'm going to be, I need to look. I don't think I'm leading the service this time. Fun fact, I'd never done I'd only done the gala readings before. I like the gala event, but I'd never worked in the chapel at Camp Chesterfield. And the first time I did, they were like, hey, you're listed last to do readings. You don't mind chairing it, do you? I'm like, sure. Just tell me what I need to do. So I got there like an hour early. I'm like, I got to get in my zone. I got to figure out what I'm doing. It was awesome. I think I did okay. What do you think, Jen? Jennifer Bridges is going to go, woohoo, can't wait. I'm not leading. Okay, good. Whew. You cracked me up. I'm glad you know my schedule. I think that was the only time I was leading was that one. But I'm doing tarot messages. Good morning, Cindy. How are you? So I know I wish you could too, Lucas. I'd take you with me up there. And I don't think, hey, Jen, do you know, I feel like there's something going on this weekend. That there's something going on. It's either psychic fair or it's not psychic fair. I don't think there's something going on earlier in the day, and there's going to be a lot of people like hanging around. So we might have quite a few people in the chapel again. So is that spiritual? It is. It's the Indiana version of Casadega. It's Camp Chesterfield Spirituals College or Spirituals Camp. Yeah, it is. Yes, I knew I was doing card readings. I'm doing crystals in March. So I'm going to be taking, I think what I'm going to do, I don't know if I'm going to take tarot cards. I think I'm going to take my Dancing Spirit Oracle deck. Is what I'm going to do. Yeah. That's what I'm doing. So, all right. Other announcements. So Camp Chesterfield, 1:00 service this weekend. I'm doing that. Dancing Spirit Oracle deck. Yeah. I am going to be, these are, look at these. Aren't these amazing? They're so amazing that people on Pinterest are stealing my pictures and pinning them, which is fine. They can do that all day long now because I put my website across all the pictures. So you get a fun little bag, but also we have little gifts. I got a mood ring. Thank you for being part of my team. There's a mood ring. Is what Chesterfield. Oh, wait. Open card. Oh, got it. Okay. I got it, Jen. I see what you're saying. You should order them because I have 2 free gifts right now. You get a fun little notebook, which is great for if you are, especially if you're trying to communicate with your spirit guides or you're trying to keep track of your own progress throughout the day. It's just a cute little notebook. Here, I'll show you. Let me grab one. Shall I? I need to stand up anyway. Um, so it's really super cute. You get a mood ring. Oh, I need to, Lucas, I have not forgotten you. I do need to send you your mood ring. I'm sorry, buddy. I'll get it sent out. I'll try to get it sent out in the next day or two. I've just been a little busy with, Piper and everything. And my other dog, fun fact, my other dog had surgery yesterday. Because, 7 days later is not enough. I've been studying at Camp Chesterfield for 5 years now. Because of the pandemic, they started moving everything to online, and I was able to do it. So with the Dancing Spirit Oracle deck purchase, I have a fun little notebook. It's got a pen, and awesome. Great for if you're doing like spirit communication during the day and wanted to kind of keep notes of things and you're learning language, your guides, doing all the things, right? And then also check it out. This really fun mood ring. See what kind of mood I'm in. Ooh, it matches my other ring right now. So let's see if it changes. But what's cool is it also comes with a cute little guide for what the different things mean. So that is the fun gift right now. I'll keep it on my finger just for funsies. So free mood ring and the notebook plus the bag. And I always write a handwritten note too. So if I'm ever famous, I sign it all fancy. If I'm famous, then someday, then you could be like, I've got a signed card from her and it's like addressed to me. So I think that justifies all of it. What do you think? Right? So Dancing Spirit Oracle deck. More announcements. Follow me on all my socials. Go do it right now. I'll wait. Thank you, Donna. Thank you. Right, Cindy? Same. check it out. I got my stuff on today. Thanks, Kim. I love these mood rings. They actually work. Oh, look, I'm changing colors. I'm going to purple. What does it mean? What kind of mood am I in? Am I feeling royal today? That would track, wouldn't it? Let's see. I am relaxed. It's true. I'm very relaxed right now. So fun things. All right. So follow all my show. And thank you, Leanne. I'm glad you already do. Last announcement. I've got a class coming up. Go ahead, Gigi, check them all. Pinterest. Make sure you follow me on Pinterest because I'm going to be pinning all kinds of stuff. And when I have deals going on, I'm going to start pinning them there first. So if I'm going to one of the things that's on my list to do for over the next month or so is to start pre-recording guided meditations and doing like free things that you guys can tag, and code check out. Right. And so I'm going to post all that stuff on Pinterest first. So make sure you're checking the Pinterest out. And then, it's just been like a big experiment at this point. Not an experiment. It's a guided experiment to see what picks up and what doesn't. But also I had some great feedback from you all a couple days ago when I went live asking for ideas on what would you want free? What kind of things would bring value to you? What would you like to see? And then I got some ideas from a couple other people outside of it. So outside of my live. So I'm kind of excited to see, I'm starting to put some things together. So just make sure you're following my socials. If you're on Facebook, check out Signed 2 Women, 1 Vision. My friend Dana and I do Dana Sears. She's an intuitive also and life coach. She and I created that group together. So join that. It's a public group, but I usually put my offers in there first also. All right. So Lastly, upcoming class. If you go to my website, you'll see classes, mentorships. I do have on Tuesday, I spent like 8 hours. I wish I was exaggerating, about 8 hours on integrating keywords, SEO, redoing all the descriptions of every single thing that I offer, redoing everything, just really trying to up my game and clean things up a bit. But I do have a class coming up Tuesday, all level spiritual development class. It is good for people who've been with me for a long time, people who are practicing mediums. And then we also have people that are like, well, I want to learn how to do this. And so there is something there for everybody. I've had, not to brag, but totally bragging, that I get really good feedback on that class. People really are very supportive of one another. There's not a single condescending person allowed, because if you are, guess what? You're booted. You come in with an attitude of higher than thou, gone. Like, oh, thank you. I don't think I'm the class for you. And so, yeah, so that's on Tuesday, 7:30 to 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. It's only $20. I lowered the price since I had to change the time. I felt bad. And plus I just want to make it affordable for people who are exploring and learning. So those are all my announcements. It only took me like half an hour to get through all of the things. So once again, my name is Lorenda Carr. Welcome to Spirit Signs and Sips. This is my weekly show. I do this every Thursday from 10 to noon. And we talk about all kinds of stuff. And today we are talking about Valentine's Day and love. The class is this Tuesday from 7:30 to 9:30. It's called All Level Spiritual Development. You sign up through my website, lorendacarr.com. So I thought it'd be fun to talk about, like, I share with me really quick. What is your favorite rom-com? What's your favorite Eastern Standard Time? Yes. It's 7:30, 9:30. It's just half an hour later because I have to teach dance now from 6 to 7. It used to be my night off, but we lost a teacher. Not lost a teacher. She just can't be there as early because of college. The Notebook, coupling. Okay. What about who else? What rom-com, whether it's a TV show or a movie, what do you think? What do you think? What's your favorite show? I'm trying to think. I loved The Notebook. I did love that. Now, as you can see by the standing stones, my favorite show is Outlander. I did a whole blog on Outlander at one point. Leanne's like, I don't know. There's too many. Blended and big Adam Sandler fan. Okay. Oh yeah, that's with Jennifer Aniston, isn't it? Lake House. I've never heard of that one. Fun fact, but yes, Outlander. Right. Okay, Carrie, are you caught up? Have you watched all of them now? Like the cliffhanger. Like, were you jaw dropping? Like, also searching the internet? Like, did I miss something in the books? Oh, I hate that, Roger. You should go back and watch it. It's so good. It's so good. Season 3 it was a little out of the box, but it also followed the book very closely. You've got to read the books, Kristen. Also, hi, Kristen. Oh yeah. So I sent you Kristen, I sent you I don't know, some messages, then I unsent them because I was like, I'm being too snarky and hateful. Not to you. It was not to you. It was like talking smack about somebody. So I didn't. My website is lorendacarr.com. You can go to my thing. Keanu Reeves, Sandra Bullock. Like, how did I not see that? I love Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock. Okay. Lake House. Couples Retreat. Yes, that's funny. Couples Retreat is hilarious. Good morning, Shelly. Good morning. Good to see you. We're talking about our favorite rom-coms. I know. And I even took down the comment that I made on your on your post because I was like, I am snarky. I was in a mood. I'm like, I can't leave that negative energy out there. And it was, again, was not towards you, right? My TV stays on Crime Crime Network. Okay, how many of you, instead of rom-coms, are all about the crime TV? Like the crime shows? You've Got Mail. I love You've Got Mail. Oh, geez, here we go. Uh-oh. And so I'm gonna be doing readings today. I can feel it because I've already got spirit stepping in. I feel like some loved ones are on the other side wanting to come in and say happy Valentine's Day. Um, been watching a lot of Kate rom-coms, Hometown, Cha Cha, Girlfriend Next Door. Oh, okay. I know, right, Joan? I can feel it. I'm getting them. Getting spirit knows. So stick around. In the meantime, go follow make sure you're following all of my platforms, because if TikTok goes sideways, I don't think it's going to go anywhere, but it's going to change. And I don't know if I'm going to like it or not. So we're going to see. Hubby says you're doing research. Yeah, I will say, when I was obsessed with Outlander, hubby was not mad about it. He was not mad. Bones and X-Files. Ooh, very cool, Lucas. Yeah, I feel like, Lucas, you're not the type that would be watching romance movies and romance TV shows. You might be like, ew, 2 thumbs down. Gross. And that's okay. I like X-Files too. I watched that years ago. The moment you realize that I don't think I realized I had an actual filter, because watch TikTok. I was thinking, man, my brows look good today. It's because it's a filter, turns out. All right. Used to watch Snapped all the time. I've never watched that. What's crazy is, like, my husband and I typically watch like historical fiction. We love stuff like that. Outlander, Vikings. Oh shoot, what was there was another Viking type show. I can't, it's like completely leaving my head now. We like that kind of stuff because it allows us to kind of step out of our everyday life, because our everyday life is so crazy. And then when the show is over, we like to go back and compare and see how historically accurate the show was. But I do love a good rom-com. And actually, like, Sam Heughan, Sam Heughan has a new movie out called, I haven't watched it yet. It's a romance, but I think they're like, it's kind of, yeah. And if you don't know, Sam Heughan played Jamie Fraser in Outlander. I just finished the Good Fight series. It was good. Now looking at watching Vikings again. I loved Vikings. Game of Thrones, also good. Absolutely. Joke. Wife watches a lot of Snapped and has me heavily insured. That's funny, Roger. Oh, I know, right, Shelley? Oh, Sam. Talk about like the best. And I remember when I first started watching Outlander, before I read the books, people are like, what is the deal? Why are people obsessed with this show? And I had kind of a fun download from Spirit. It was like, because it gives us permission in a weird way to fully, wholly, and completely love someone, mind, body, and soul. There's no end game. It's just, it gives permission, and it gives a good example of what true love is. And I think, honestly, it's not that true love is hard to find. It's hard to allow ourselves to do, because so many of us have had trauma. We've had things go on in our lives, right? And how hard is it for some of you just to allow yourself to be fully in it, fully, even in our marriages, even think about it, even in your relationships. How many of you just have like just something weird that kind of holds you back from giving yourself 1000% into a relationship? And I feel like Outlander gave that permission to a lot of people that didn't realize they didn't have that or that they didn't explore that, right? Sounds familiar, right? Um, are you mad at me? Why do you keep watching these shows? Yeah. So I feel like with love, there's an energy. It's an energy exchange. And I think many of us live in this fear of if we give over all of ourselves, if we tell all our secrets, if we are completely transparent, or if we allow ourselves to fully immerse ourselves in love, then are we going to get hurt? It's survival. How many, like, I know Gen Xers, especially, like, we're in survival mode all the time. I feel like millennials are too, to be honest. Gen Zs are like FAFO. I feel like they're a good example of, okay, you want to come for us? Okay, we're going to go for it. Just watched Continuum. Oh, and The Way Home. Ooh, time travel. I love the time travel stuff just because, again, historical fiction. So I love all that. So I'm going to be sleeping with one eye open. That is hysterical. That is hysterical, Paula. Our connection with everyone through time. See, isn't that crazy? And now what I do love, I don't know, Lorena. How about you read the room? You want fries with that? We're chit-chatting. For $15, the Minnesota Zoo will name a cricket or mealworm after someone you love or hate to be fed to an animal. Then they get an e-card. I didn't know. Did you all hear? Okay, I'm going to say that again. Fun fact. Thank you for sharing that, Angel. For $15, hang with me here. The Minnesota Zoo will name a cricket or a meal. Stop, Lorena. You're going to get scammed, by the way, and I'm not going to feel bad about it. Okay, I muted you for a hot second just to take away your comments. So they'll name a cricket or mealworm after someone you love or don't love at all to be fed to an animal. And then they get an e-card. How funny. I feel like I need to do this. I feel like I need to do this. Who am I sending it to, though? I have to figure out who of the bug being fed to an animal. I mean, that's all. So that's their e-card. Their e-card is the animal being fed the bug that you named the bug after him. That is hysterical. I love it. Hi, Elizabeth. Like, that is funny. And the thing is, I know people that would send it to someone they truly love just because it's funny and they would appreciate it. So what would you guys say is the funniest thing you've ever done? Like, what's the funniest off-cuff thing you've ever done for like a Valentine's gift? Or what's the most over the top? Oh, and it's anonymous. That's all they get is just the bug being fed to an animal. That's even better. Although I'd want to take credit for it. I'd be like, yep, I sent you this. Joan, I'd send it to my mother-in-law. I'm not going through a list in my head. Gigi's made her list. She's making her list. She's like, oh, this is going to be the best $5,000 I ever spent. That'd be hilarious. Oh my goodness. Yes, it is funny, Lucas. French fries is funny. So what would you say the most off the cuff thing or the most outside the box thing you ever done for Valentine's Day would be? I'm trying to think of what I've done. I feel like I'm pretty creative. But now I can't think of anything. Filled a room full of helium balloons with silk streamers. They all sank by the time we got home. No! Oh no, that's the worst. You're like, well, I got a floor full of helium balloons. Middle school gave someone a voodoo doll I made with their chocolate. Okay, that's funny. That is funny. Why am I not surprised by this, Kristen? Like suddenly I'm like, wait, I mean, I feel like that might track. That little edge there. I feel like I always did cards and I was a really good gift giver back in the day. And then now I'm not. I get gift overwhelm. Anybody else get that? Like you just don't buy gifts for people anymore because you don't know what to buy. And then you just feel bad. And then you feel like you get it wrong. And then you overthink it. And then all of a sudden it's like the day after you should have given them a gift. McDonald's by candlelight. That's cute. Like, how do we not usually go to dinner? Okay, I'm glad you're saying that, Elizabeth, because I get so overwhelmed with the idea of gifts. Even like my husband, like I have nothing for tomorrow and it's Valentine's Day. And I am so against cards. I am against spending $7 on a card that my husband's going to go, huh, and chuck it. We quit buying each other cards. Every once in a while, he'll buy me a card. I'm like, why are you doing that? Stop it. Like, save our money. Chocolate or candy is always the easiest option. It is. It's an easy option, except my husband doesn't really. Now, that's not true. He likes Jelly Bellies. I could go get him some popcorn Jelly Bellies. I don't like those. And I hate sitting next to him when he's eating them. Like, I love popcorn, but I don't like smelling the Jelly Bellies because I know that they're not popcorn. Dollar Tree has a very cute cards for so cheap. Okay, that's good. We're actually getting a Dollar Tree literally right around the corner from me, like walking distance practically. Good to know because I have a real hard time paying like $7, $8 for a card. Not that I don't appreciate the artist. In Switzerland, you don't celebrate Valentine's Day. You don't, or you just don't celebrate in general. Like you just don't celebrate anything. No cards, no flowers, buy meat, filled mignon. Filet mignon. Makes sense. Yeah. Totally lost my train of thought there. That was weird. Must be spirit coming in. Interesting. Okay, what's the coolest gift you've ever received on Valentine's Day? What have you gotten? What's the coolest thing you've ever gotten before on Valentine's Day? Wife is getting headphones this year. Ooh, that's a good one. Somebody that had me wanting to move to Switzerland. So beautiful. So Gigi, Lucas lives in Switzerland. We actually visited him there even. He used to live next door to me, but now he lives in Switzerland. And they just moved into their new house. Tap is what I do. Ooh, tap dancer's in the house. Hey, make sure you say hi. Tap dancer here. Tap dance is what I do. Do I know you? Are we friends? Who are you? I hope they didn't leave already. Coolest gift was a positive pregnancy test. Oh, I love that for you, Christy. That's kind of awesome. I mean, if that's like what you're going for. That would not be a good move in my world. A new car with my engagement ring inside it. Ooh, nice. That's cool, Joan. Okay. 6-quart KitchenAid mixer, navy blue. Hey, nice. Hey, Maggie. So what's the coolest gift you've ever received? Well, I figured as much, Christy. But yes. Hi, how are you, my friend? I haven't seen you in so long. You know what's funny is you popped into my head randomly a few like in the last several days. I want to say like last 4 or 5 days. And then you I didn't say anything out loud because I wasn't around anybody. I was like, huh, what was she's up to? And then you popped up on my feed like a day later. Weird. Hi, Crystal. So what's the coolest gift you've ever received? We're talking about gifts that we've received for Valentine's Day. Oh, gave birth to your daughter. Okay, so you got a Valentine's baby. My brother's birthday is Valentine's Day, and so is my cousin's. Yeah. Note to self, tell cousin happy birthday tomorrow. New house is your present. That's right, Lucas. You guys moved. That's the best present right there. What else have you guys got? What's the coolest gift for Valentine's Day? I do like it when my husband gives me flowers. I know, I feel like, they die off, whatever, but it's just, I like flowers. They brighten up a room, especially in February when it's just bleh outside here in Indiana. I do love flowers. Friend gave his wife Irish twins. Oof. I don't know how excited I'd be about that though. Wait, aren't Irish twins like, isn't that when they're like born back to back or something like that? They're like really close together. You like not having to cook. I get that, Gus and Gretchen. I did tell my husband, I was like, we have a HelloFresh, so I'm like, we don't have to go out. It's going to be cold. Oh, they're the same age for 1 month. Okay, that makes sense. So they're within a year. Okay. Will proposed on Valentine's Day. Cool. McDonald's by candlelight was your favorite. So now when I say things like, you want fries with that, you probably giggle even more. Yeah, okay. Less than a year apart. So because I honestly, I look at my younger two kids and I call them my Gemini twins because they're Geminis. And they're born 2 years and 2 days apart. Isn't that cool? And they look like yin and yang. Like they don't look anything alike, but they look exactly alike. It's hard to explain. Gave my husband a photo book that contained favorite memories about him with photos that represented the memory. I asked our family and friends their favorite memory of him. I love that. So that's the kind of thing where you want to think of way ahead of time. And here I am, it's the day. Thank you, Lucas. It's like the day of, like the day before. So for me to make a book is just, which actually might be smart for our anniversary. Our anniversary is in 1 month. So March 14th is our anniversary, and it'll be 27 years. I've put up with him for 27 years. Who am I kidding? He's dealt with me for 27 years. That's what this comes down to. And it's also funny because we're both oldest children. We're both Leos. And he's so introverted. And then there's me. He does not get me at all. Like, he just doesn't get me. That would be smart. Actually, I might work on that. Who am I kidding? I'm going to get off this live and be like, wasn't I going to do something? And I forget. I get so caught up in my daily, everyday life that I forget to buy presents. And then I feel dumb going out, just like running out and grabbing something really quick. That's where I get overwhelmed in the whole gift buying thing. I see what else was on my list. What did I have on here that we were going to talk about? Oh, yeah. So one thing I have learned, love the numbers. 2 of my children were born same month and 2 same day of different months. Oh, that's cool. I know I'm all about numerology and numbers. I love that. Amazon helps you. That is true. Like you can get gifts pretty quick, which is pretty awesome. Thanks buttons. It's my Outlander Irish Scottish inspired crown. I love that, Gigi. Numbers. I'm telling you, numbers are a big deal. Numerology is a big deal for me. The vibration of a number. So, well, not everybody has a wish list, Roger. My husband doesn't. That would take too much energy for him to do that. It'd be weird. He always says, I don't need anything. I don't need anything. Oh, my fingers are swelling. I don't need anything. So then I have to okay, cool, fine. But then he looks sad that I didn't get him anything. I have gotten him stuff. Like, I got him pajama pants with our dog's faces on them. But the thing is, Roger, he's not a handy guy either, though. He's just not like he's just not his gig. I fix things. Yes, that is a cool present, the Barker cabin, Lucas. I'm swelling. Do you ever just like get swollen hands and fingers and you're just like have to put your hands up in the air? Ouch. Now my rings are getting tight. Hold on. I'm like swelling up. Ouch. My anniversary is 6 months from tomorrow. My brother and sister-in-law is the day after yours. Oh, very cool. My brother and I were born at the time of our number address. We lived at the time 3:14 a.m. My brother was 4:01. That is crazy. I'm telling numbers have vibration. There is something about them. There's just something about the numbers. It all makes sense, you know? So let's talk about, since it is Valentine's Day, there are people that don't have a significant other. Maybe it wasn't by choice. Maybe it was by choice. Let's talk about that and how, how many of you are flying solo for Valentine's Day this year? Same, Paula. I love the numbers. How many of you are flying solo? Don't have a significant other? Also, hey, friends, tap the screen over here. We have like 15 people in here. I don't think I'm that boring. Getting divorced, so I'm going to hang out with some single friends and order sushi. Excellent idea. And so, good, Jen. Yes, embrace that solo light. Solo light, solo life. Yeah, I think I'm getting like distracted because Spirit's trying to move in. That happens. Like if I'm like, and all of a sudden I'm like, wait, what was I talking about just now? It's usually Spirit moving in. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Yeah, Valentine's Day. So I hosted a party last Friday of neighborhood friends, and that was really fun. I still have all the decorations up for Valentine's Day, and actually we had a little sign that says Valentine's Day and all that stuff. So it was fun. Yep, Lucas, that was pretty fun to do that. I don't know, Vesna, would you want fries with that? Or maybe you should read the room. Introduce yourself. Say hi. Tap the screen. Share the live. Just got divorced after 28 years. Such a blessing. Gonna hang with my kids. See, do something that you love. If you're by yourself, do things that you love. And also self-love. I'm telling you, you did that. You said hi. You read the room. No, you didn't, because you know we weren't doing readings right now. And also you wouldn't be dropping your comments. So you didn't do it. Thanks for trying. Ding. Thank you for playing. All right. We're going to talk about the self-love card. If I can find it. Oh, it's probably right on top. Oh, what is it? Where is it? There it is. Self-love. Let's talk about the self-love card. You could ask a question, Paula. Self-love. Let's talk about self-love. Listening to you while volunteering at the Pet Smart. Oh, I love that. Self-love. It is so, so important. Whether you're in a relationship or not. Okay, full disclosure, I'm not a relationship expert. I've just been through 2 marriages and 20 plus years, 30 years of counseling. So let's talk about self-love. Have you ever noticed in relationships, if you don't like who you are, you will never believe the person when they say they love you. You found a puppy. Oh, I don't know. Well, that I can't answer, Chris. I'm not in that zone yet, but give me a few minutes. We'll see. I feel like that puppy's gonna be a lot of work. But my puppies are a lot of work. Well, puppy. It's a lot of work. But they're worth it. They're cute. If you got the time, do it. I love puppies. Am I for what, Roger? Am I for self-love? Oh, I I don't get like bad juju from it. Um, we all have free will. I don't know. I'm not gonna tell you what to do because if you don't like the puppy and it turns out to be bad, then you'll be like, dang, now Lorenda told me I should get it. Yeah, it'd be a lot of work, but I mean, if you're up for it, then go for it. I love puppies. I love doggies. So let's talk about self-love. Good morning, Rob. I was talking about you earlier. We're talking about how it's really important to give credit where credit is due. And anytime I take your cards places, I always have like the box out so people know that I'm using your cards. Or if I use them on here, I use them. So there you go. Got 2 pups this summer. You'll send it to me then. Yeah, no. So whatever. Yeah. I don't need any more dogs right now. I just lost my puppy last week. She was a 10-year-old puppy. Easier to listen on here while doing chores. That makes sense, Leanne. All right. So self-love. So the self-love card, in the pursuit of self-love, each thought is a step crafting the choreography of our destiny. Like a dancer who moves with intention and grace, our thoughts shape the stage of our existence, reminding us that thoughts are tangible things in the ballet of life. Now, here is seriously my thought on self-love. If you do not love yourself, you will not be able to accept love from other people, period. Because you won't believe them. That's right, Paul. I remember that. You won't believe it. Hi, Lee. How are you? You won't believe them. You'll call them a liar. You will tell them, no, no, no. You won't listen because you don't love yourself, because you don't think that you're lovable enough, that you're not going to be able to accept the love from somebody else. So if you have people around you that are like, you're awesome, you're amazing, say thank you and accept that as a win, not as a, well, I got them fooled because I'm a terrible person. So there's no way anybody could like me because I don't even like me. Show of hands, how many of you can relate to that sentiment? Let me see. How many of you feel like you can relate to that sentiment and understand what I mean by that or have felt that? It's awful quiet all of a sudden on all the fronts. Y'all are like, oh, that's deep. Yeah. And that's something that I learned a long time ago because also, again, generationally, I'm going to have to do the puzzle. Hang on. Generationally, we were raised, and unfortunately, our country's headed this way again, to believe that if you love yourself, you're arrogant, you're cocky, you're arrogant, and how dare you think you are great? We were taught, especially as females, we were talked down to big time. Tribal beliefs, absolutely, Lee. You'll attract people who feel about you the way you feel about yourself. And it's true to a degree, but I do feel like there are people around me. And being a dance teacher, I've got kids around me. Kids will tell you if they don't like you. They will tell you if you are a bad person because they know these things. And my students think I'm pretty awesome. I only scared a couple. I've only will scare a few. But, that is part of our love journey, is understanding if we don't love ourselves, if we don't see ourselves as valuable and we don't acknowledge what we bring to the table, you can still love yourself, scars and all, scabs and all, open wounds and all. You can still love yourself exactly where you are in this moment in time. And they'll tell you the same thing. Like a good analogy is when you're losing weight, right? You know what? You don't wait until if you want to lose 50 pounds, you don't wait until you've lost all 50 to buy new clothes. You might need a new outfit. Thank you, Kelly. Hi, how are you? You're gonna maybe you have an event coming up and need to buy an outfit. You buy it for right then, how you feel and what it fits you right then, and you appreciate the journey you've been on. Um, and that's just what we do. So hang on, gotta do that and that. So, and yes, Angel makes a good point. You're going to attract people to you that feel the same about you, like in the same vibration. Vibration is everything, attitude is everything. What you put out is what you're going to attract. Um, but also, there are plenty of people who see you for who you are and love you for who you are. And it's okay to accept that love in that moment. We are all on a journey. We are all on healing journeys. We are all on karmic journeys. We are all on self improvement journeys. We are all trying. Do you honestly believe there's anyone on this planet alive that has their shit together and is perfect and exactly where they want to be and has accomplished everything they want to accomplish and has the all their ducks in a row right now? I know zero people like that. Zero people. And I know a lot of people, right? But have the confidence in knowing that you are on the journey. You're in this for the long haul, for goodness sake. You're on a journey. You're on a journey of whether it's clearing karmic ties from past lives, or even your current life. Learning. You're learning every day. And the key is when you know better, we do better. That to me is the most important thing. It's not being perfect in the moment. I'm same, Gigi. If you expect someone else to make you happy, your expectations are way too unrealistic. You own you. That's right. Absolutely. Not in a row. At least I'm one lucky duck. Yes, absolutely. Duck dance. You're a one duck dance. I love it. But accepting yourself, self-love is all about understanding where you are, accepting where you are in your journey right now in this moment. Another card that makes me think about that is mindfulness. And it's when I created this card, this is what I had. Like this was one that I was super excited about because it's just so many layers to it. This is a whole deep dive discussion in itself, just mindfulness alone. Mindfulness. Let me read this. Mindfulness is gracefully understanding the past, thoughtfully preparing for the future, all while moving in the rhythm of the present. Each step taken is a harmonious blend of reflection, foresight, and mindfulness, creating a dance with spirit that honors where we've been, shapes where we're going, and celebrates where we are. Celebrating where we are. That's the key with this self-love, celebrating where we are. How do we celebrate what we're doing right now? Looking at what we've accomplished, acknowledging what we need to change going forward. But how do we acknowledge what we've already done? Right? That mindfulness is so important in alignment with that self-love. Feel like I'm in limbo. I'm not who I used to be, but I'm not who I'm supposed to be. And you know what? Welcome to literally life. And it's not that you're in limbo, you're on the journey. You're on the road. So I would challenge you, teacup, to try to shift your thinking to go, oh, okay. So when you put in, say you're putting in the GPS, your address, where you want to go. Okay. When you're driving to a place, are you in limbo? You're not in limbo. You're on a road. There's sights to see. Maybe there's a gas station you need to stop at, right? So I don't want you to feel like you're in limbo. Not here to tell you how to feel. Thanks. Spirit brought that to me just now. I've never actually said that out loud like that in that way. Um, but it's the journey. It's really not about the destination. It is truly the journey. And it's appreciating where we are on the journey, right? And that's where that mindfulness and self love comes in. So important to keep your energy with clear intentions. Yes, I'm learning to appreciate it. Good for you, teacup. And I'm telling you, hi, Albus, how are you? Set an intention to be in the road. Exactly. Exactly. Be in the road. Be on the road. Be in the journey. You are on the way to someplace. You are, even when you're driving through the desert, there's still things to look at. There's still a sky. There's still the sand. There's still the road in front of you. And sometimes that limbo feeling, I know I replied to you. That limbo feeling is just knowing that we're supposed to be somewhere, but also that it's that driving through the desert when you've already seen everything on the road. Oh, okay. So when you've seen more, there's no more to see on the road. That's that limbo feeling. But just know you're actually going to come across the snake that crosses the road. You're going to come across the random cactus that you're like, ooh, that's an interesting looking cactus, right? You're going to come across things eventually. And sometimes that limbo feeling could honestly be where your body, mind, everything is healing. Okay. Think about it. If you just go, 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 and never allow yourself to rest, we get tired. And you might break down on the side of the road trying to get to that destination, right? We don't want to do that. We don't want to break down and be stuck in the desert, right? So you keep going and allow yourself to heal, allow yourself that quiet time. And also, if you're a person who thrives in chaos, and I'm not saying you are a teacup by any means, if you're a person who thrives in chaos, or if you're a person who, like when I was younger, if I didn't have something go on every single day, every minute that I was awake, I felt like I was somehow failing at life, that I was not being productive enough. And that's when spirit will put you in limbo. They'll be like, okay, listen, you need a minute. You're in timeout. You're in energetic timeout, right? Yes. Jennifer says rest equals healing equals growing. And sometimes when we live in the big city, you've got everything to look at, all the things that are stimulating you. Sometimes a good drive out to the desert is a good thing because you don't have as much to stimulate you. You don't have as much to like overwhelm you. And then then you become the Hermit tarot card, which makes you turn inward. Right? So instead of thinking of I'm in limbo, you're on the road, you're on a journey. And just right now, you're in a really uninteresting view. That's it. That's it. You're in an uninteresting view. Or you're on a great view and you're coming to those like Route 66, those fun little towns you might be coming into. Like, okay, let's explore this. Let's explore this. Because what will happen is your experiences will create who you want to be. Okay. Which leads me to another card. Okay. Also one of my favorites. I say this all the time. They're all my favorites. But this honestly is truly one of my favorite cards. It's one of the first ones I made. Um, think about it. The experience card, with an eyelash because filter that I didn't realize was on. Experience. Human incarnation is a chapter in our spiritual saga, celebrating life's moments on earth, inviting exploration and joy in the physical realm. Okay. What I find about experiences is this is the road. This is the road where we gather the intel. This is where we are filling our suitcase. How many of you have gone on vacation and if you haven't done this, highly recommend you take a bigger suitcase than what you need. You pack your stuff into the smaller suitcase and put your smaller suitcase inside your big suitcase. So when you're out, when you're out on vacation, when you're out in new places, you have room to grow and expand. You have room to gather everything that you need or that you want to learn. You're putting that into your other suitcase. So then when you come home, you have a suitcase full of experiences and things, right? So think about it like that too. We're gathering our experiences. Hi, Roxanne. We're gathering our experiences, which makes us a bigger, better, a more amazing, well-rounded person, right? Which brings us into relationships, whether it's with a significant other or new friends, just relationships in general, right? If we love ourselves, if we expand our minds, if we get ourselves outside of our little box that we live in, our little bubble, and we learn to love ourselves, and the more people we meet, the more people we culturally engage in, the more experiences we have, the more pit stops we take on that road driving across the country to explore new things. It's not about getting to the West Coast. Like, so that's something my husband and I are talking about doing. Is one of the reasons that we did not actually, we've only done this once, is we talked about driving across the country, going out west, so I can go see Carrie. And his law firm has an office out in Colorado. So we're like, what if we just drove across the country this summer? We can take the dog who likes to be in the car, because the dog that passed away last week did not like being in the car, and that was such a point of panic for her. And we couldn't do that. It'd be terrible. And I also couldn't dump my dog off on somebody for 6 weeks. That'd be terrible too. And she'd be so confused. She would hate that. And now that she's passed, I'm like, okay, so now let's start planning that trip. Let's start planning that trip and experience things. So we're not going to just barrel through. We're going to stop along the way. We're going to explore things. We're going to see things. The idea is that we're not just going out to one place. We're going to see things, and that will expand us as people, right? And when we expand ourselves as people, that is a form of self-love and self-care. We expand ourselves, and then we bring that more educated, that more well-rounded person, that more confident person, and that more expansive person into a relationship. So whether you're with someone else already, or you're looking for that special someone, bring your best version of yourself where you are in that moment to the table. And also, if you're single and you're looking, make sure you find yourself someone that's willing to be with you as you expand and grow and change, that they are also on a journey of expanding, growing, changing. If anyone ever says, well, I'm already 50, then I'm not changing anything. I am who I am. Move on. Oh, well, I am who I am. Move on. We wish you well. Have a great day. Yeah. As soon as it warms up, you're taking the empty suitcase around to set my intentions. Ooh, I love that idea. I love that. So, think about what do you bring to your current relationships, whether it's friendships, whether it's work relationships, whether it's a partnership, a love relationship. Are you bringing the best version of yourself to it? And if not, why? If you're not, why aren't you? Are you afraid to? Are you afraid there's rejection in that relationship? Are you afraid that someone's going to see you for who you are? Which takes me to another card. I love how spirit's working today. When you are looking for relationships, whether again, romantic or not. Where is it? I just had this card out actually. Authenticity. Let's talk about authenticity. Being authentically you. Part of being authentic is having that self-love, is being mindful of understanding that who you are has been created by what you've lived. Celebrate how far you've come, celebrate what you've done thus far. Be mindful of what's coming up in the future. Be mindful of how you want to evolve and change. And it's okay if you don't know where you're going. Sometimes you just get on the road and start driving. And you stop at interesting places along the way, living in the present, living in the moment. By doing that, you're bringing your best version of yourself to any relationship. Thank you, Annie. 19 years is a long time. It's a long time. I've been with my husband, it'll be 27 years in a month from now. So how are you showing up? Authenticity. I'll tell you what, if you feel like you have a lot of people in your life and you're not sure where you change or where you fit in, be who you are and the trash will take itself out. Be authentically yourself. And it's okay, by the way, to wear different hats. I have different crowns, right? Some days I'm feeling outlander romantic-y, time travel-y. Some days I'm feeling like earthy and witchy. Some days I'm like in my big Leo energy, right? I have different crowns that I like to wear when I'm in different moods or different vibes, right? Those parts of me are still very authentic. Those are still parts of my personality. They are still parts of who I am and what I bring to the table, right? And if someone doesn't agree and they can't tolerate those things, then I wish them well. I would never ask someone to change themselves to be in my life. If we don't vibe, cool, go vibe over there. Wish you well, right? And if you're not a good person, may you have the day you deserve. Some people, oof. Being an openly very liberal person here in Indiana is tough. I'm just saying. But I'm not afraid to do it. I'm not going to be condescending. I'm not going to be judgmental. I'm not going to be mean or hateful. But I am who I am, period. I actually posted a meme on my regular Facebook page that was of Kendrick Lamar. It's the meme that's going around everywhere where he's walking by smiling, right? And he's up to something. And my quote was, my husband, anytime Matt and I go literally anywhere, hey, Drake. So that happened and I caught it in real time and I was like, oh my God, that was so funny. So my husband, literally anytime we go anywhere, listen, can you not be dramatic? And I was like, me. On the way to be 100% dramatic. I don't know why he expects any different. Like, have you ever tried to cage a lion? Have you ever tried to dull a star? Big Leo, big star energy. I'm like, listen, I can't be dramatic or I can't be famous if I'm not dramatic. That's just who we are. And I process out loud and sometimes he'll get on me and I'll be like, listen, this is the part where you're quiet and you listen to me because you're my bestie and you get to just listen and I'm going to vent because that's how I process. And you don't have to respond, just nod and smile, but please don't fall asleep. Because he'll do that. I will be talking to him and he'll just fall asleep. I'm like, dude, because he can't hear anything probably. Right before he did that, I go, do you think he's actually going to say his name? I wondered. It's a filter. I do feel like I'm glowing though. I was like rocking this new lipstick. Well, it's a lipstick combo. But thank you, Roxanne. So being authentic, showing up authentically, that's the best gift you can give yourself for Valentine's Day, is to be authentic, right? Be authentic. Oh, I just realized I did a cute little banner over on this and it never did it. Oh, check it out. Hold on. I'm going to see if I can add this banner. Oh, but it's not scrolling. Let's see if it does it. No, I don't like it. Oh, well, now it's just there. Interesting. Okay. That was one of my technology things. Thank you, Annie. So recap. Hi, Rose. We're talking about relationships and how we show up and happy Valentine's Day almost, my friend. Yeah. How we show up authentically, how we should love ourselves, because if we don't love ourselves, even if we don't like exactly where we are, maybe we're in a process of growing and changing and evolving, and that's okay. Love yourself where you are. Love yourself for everything that you used to be, because it's created who you are today. Love yourself for who you know you're going to be. Right? Hi, Tally. How are you? Love yourself for who you're growing into being, and love yourself enough to acknowledge every crown that you wear, every hat that you wear, right? Enjoy all the personalities. Oh, thanks, Tally. Enjoy all. Hi, Kim. Good to see you. Enjoy all the parts of you. Okay. Appreciate, even if there are parts of myself that I'm like, ooh, I'm embarrassed that I just said that out loud. Like there are parts that I don't like about myself. That big Leo energy is really hard sometimes when you have opinions. Right. And I know that, people have expectations. People expect me to be a certain way, act a certain way, because I'm a spiritual person, and people have come for me online, right? People have come for me because watch this. You ready for this? In TikTok, we've got Mama Boom who's coming in asking questions without reading the room. So there's that. Not supposed to just drop questions. We're talking about things. And I've got this really spicy side that sometimes I can just bite someone's head off and not feel bad about it. And Kim, stop turning off my comments. You keep doing that, girlfriend. I need to adjust your things so you can't do that. I think it's a thing. It's like a setting. Who the hell is here? Oh, my cleaning person's here. Let me set your moderator things. That way you can't do that. Okay, cool. But I want you to be able to do stuff. Oh, you can pin comments. So you still do all the things. You still have, but now you can't actually turn off the things anymore. Hi, Jen. It's when you try to mute. Yeah. Okay. So now I've done it where you can't, like, you can still mute people. You can still do the things, but now you can't turn my comments off. Because I've done it. I've accidentally done it myself. And I was like, oh, I need to fix that. And good morning, Michelle. I'm so glad I was able to jump in to see you. I'm glad you're here too. Also, we missed you in class. shoot. Who the hell's trying to? No. All right. Oh, don't be sorry. You're fine. Girl, we are figuring this out. Technology is crazy. I've done it as a mod. I've actually done it. I accidentally did it in somebody else's. So no judgment here. You are here, you're helping, and I'm appreciative. So, but now I know how to change that setting. Oh, sorry, Rose. So I just sending you lots of love and good juju and happy Valentine's Day. So yeah, we're talking about Valentine's Day. We're talking about love and self-love and relationships and being authentic and showing up in an authentic way. Let's do some readings. We have 30 minutes left, 34 minutes. But attacking our new foals. Oh no, that's terrible, Michelle. Yikes. Having a challenging time resubscribing. You might have to go into your settings on your phone and make sure you can do in-app purchases. Or you might have to do it from a computer. If you have an Apple device, you might have to do it from a computer because you do have Apple. Okay. All right. I'm going to move into some readings. Let's do some readings. Let's pull in spirit because I have felt spirit kind of hanging out for a bit. Yeah, I think they have too. And if you have an Apple product, Tally, they're updating, but we can't get updates on TikTok. We can't get updates on TikTok. So what's going to eventually happen is the app will crash for Apple users. So I actually thought about getting like an Android just for TikTok. Like it would be a hi Bree. It would be a tax deduction because this is my business. Thanks, Jen. It'd be so I don't know. Just a thought. I might have to look into it. I'm all about being resourceful. Yeah. But I think I'm just going to kind of wait it out and see how things go. Remember my password. Remember your password. I love it. It is a Leo thing. Get a tablet. I do have a tablet, but it's an Apple. So you're saying get a tablet that's like Android based or like not Apple based, not through the Apple App Store. Do you often get told you look like someone famous? Yes. People tell me I look like Jenny Garth. When I used to have red hair, people told me I looked like Nicole Kidman, but long time ago. But now I just look like myself. Right now I look like whatever filter's on there because I don't look this good in real life. People would not recognize me in public, I don't think. I don't know. There's some people in here. I don't look like this in real life. I definitely look older in real life. And I don't have these eyebrows just like this because it's a filter. Jen, thank you. But thank you, Tally. So let's do some readings. I think I'm going to incorporate my cards, but also Pam Sears has a, thank you, Jen, a heart as an oracle deck that is heart rocks out in nature. So we might use those today. Thank you, Kathy. I feel like I do. But thank you. Hi, Katie. How are you? Thank you, Ashley. Have you had that baby yet? You're not due for another month, are you? All right. You're going home now, Lucas? All right, friend. Have a good day. Sticks and stones. Let's see. Let's pull some heart rocks. Let's see what's going on. Wait, you had your baby yesterday? How exciting! Congratulations. You had a boy, didn't you? Yep. And you told me his name, but now I can't remember. It's a really cool name. Yay. So, fun fact, Ashley used to be one of my dance students, and she was best friends with, that's right, Atlas Wilder. She was best friends with my daughter, my oldest daughter. So she used to compete and everything. So good to see you. Well, congratulations to you and your new family member and NICU. Yikes. Sending lots of good healing. Those boys, man, those boys don't like to come early. If they come more than 2 weeks early, they'll put them in the NICU because their lungs aren't developed. Girls come out screaming. Well, at least my girls did. They came out with all kinds of opinions. Aw. Well, I do too. I miss her too. Let's see. I have a female spirit. Holy cow. Woof. I have a female spirit that just walked in. I know who this is. Ashley, this is your grandma. Talk about good timing. She just whooshed right in. Full disclosure, I know Ashley's grandma. Oh my goodness. She's like, I mean, interesting name, but I like it. Oh, I forgot how sassy your grandma was. And she came to ask your mom. You need to ask your mom if your mom had a dream about your grandma, like last night. Like, I feel like she just came. She was so sassy. She asked your mom if her mom, if your grandma came to her, because she's talking about coming in a dream. She's showing coming in a dream. And she showed me this weird image of your mom's hair being all messed up. Like it looks windblown. I don't know if she's showing me real time right now. Is your mom like outside? What is she doing? Like, I feel like there's something about your mom's hair being all messed up, or there was something out wind, like she's in a storm. And she feels kind of discombobulated. Would that make sense, Ashley? I'm trying to figure out why she's showing me this. It's with the kids. Oh, well, yeah, she's probably feeling a little whoosh. She showed me the number 21. What's important about the number 21 around her? Oh, I didn't know that. Or if I did, I forgot. I don't think I realized. I knew he had not been well. I feel like I saw something on Facebook about him not being well. Something with is it his stomach? Okay, the number 21 is important, but I'm trying to figure out why. Because she was showing me something about the day before, because the day before I turned 21 is when I had Jessica, and that's what she was showing me. So she was showing me the number 21 or August 12th is important. August 12th. Something about that. Like she showed me like a weird foot amputation arteries. Something about there, but there's something about show me something in his stomach. Stomach. Has he been nauseous? Has he been really sick lately? Is that what made them figure out what was going on? There's something about nausea. Somebody's got nausea going on. That's what I feel like. I feel like she's talking about either him or someone like right around your mom. Like it's like feels like heartburn, nausea. Okay. 'Cause I feel like she's like, "I have been on overdrive on this side. This is nuts." Like, she's like, "There's just a lot going on around your family right now." And she's like, "Just so you know, we've called in the troops, we've called in the people, we've called in the angels, we're calling them all in." Okay, she's been pretty sick. Okay. And she's talking about, like, "Does one of your kids have a cold?" She's pointing to the nose of, like, she makes me feel like your daughter has a cold or sniffles, something about sniffles. Something about, like, I feel like she's talking about your daughter. She keeps pointing to her nose. Just got over strep, so she had, like, a cold. Something about, yeah, she was, like, sniffy, like, runny nose, itchy. Um, just know, like, she just wants you to know she is, like, on duty, and she's brought reinforcements in. She's, like, here and on duty. I feel like she has also invited Raphael in, Archangel Raphael. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like, they've got the stuffy noses, something about drippy noses right now. Um, but I feel like she's, like, talking about she's calling in archangel energy for, Atlas, and he feel is he s okay. Oh, in his nose, right? That may okay, that makes sense then, alright. She's saying Atlas is actually a perfect name for him because he's gonna be an explorer. He's gonna be curious, and just so you know, he's gonna be into everything. He's gonna be doing all the things. Good luck. Like, I just feel like he's just gonna go, 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 go. He's gonna give you a run for his money for your money, but not in a bad way. It's just he feels exploratory, like he's coming in like the my experience card in the deck. It feels very much like he's gonna be an explorer. Like he's just I feel like he is appropriately named for who he's gonna be. Is Wilder she's talking about a family is that a family name? Is Wilder a family name? I'm super curious because I feel like she's talking about it might be a family. Oh, something about says something about running in the family. Wait, were you that kid? You might have been that kid. Or like, I feel like she's like, something's in the family, in the family. You were 6 weeks early. Okay, maybe that's what they're talking about. I just feel like there's something she's talking about in the family, but kind of going Atlas. Okay, got it, got it. So he's a Pisces. I'm excited for you, and Grandma's excited, and the fact that she just whooshed in the way she did. Um, were you in here earlier by chance, and then had to pop back out? Were you in here earlier but popped back out? Because I felt like she had stepped in early. Okay, because earlier I was like, "Oh, oh, hi, I think I'm going to be doing a reading, but then they were gone and I started talking. And so, and then when you came back in, I was like, oh, hey, hi, interesting. Here we are. So just know that grandma's around, man, and she's like on duty. She is on duty. She is here for it. She is she is so excited. I feel like she helped bring him in. He came in, and when he did, on purpose. There's a reason he came in at this point, and he's gonna be out in no time. Like I feel like he just needs to gain a little bit of weight, and he needs to like it's his lungs. His lungs need a little more development, and then he's gonna be okay. This could not have happened at a more perfect time. I need every bit of that. Good. Just know, like over time, you're gonna be fine. He's gonna be fine. He's gonna be fine. And what's funny is I feel like you're gonna be talking about how tiny he is now because he's gonna be a big kid. Or like big. Like what not big, but like I feel like he's gonna fill out for sure. I feel like very not athletic, like play football, but just like he just feels like he's not going to be afraid to step into energy and take on the world. Yeah. So congratulations again. I'm so excited for you. I know you guys have been through a lot, and I'm just excited for you. So, um, love on that baby. Love on him, and he'll be all right. He'll be out. Seriously, he'll be out in no time. Like I feel like he's going to bounce back pretty quick. He's just a little early. He's just undercooked. My son was sickly as a baby, tiny. He's 23, 6'2", and played all the sports. See, there you go, Tally. Yeah. Thank you, Teacup. And full disclosure, like I said, I knew Ashley's grandmother. That's why I was like, we don't need to go through this whole anything. Like I could feel like that was wild. That was wild. And she's stepping away now. She's stepping away. She's like, I got work to do. I got things to do. I got stuff to do. Very, very busy, very high energy still on the other side. She's still taking that with her. So thank you, Ashley, for sharing and allowing me to read for you. It was very special. Is your husband taking a nap right now? I feel like I'm almost remote viewing. I feel like she's showing me. Is he taking a nap? If he's not, she's saying he needs to take a nap. Okay. That's funny. That's funny. She's like, he needed some rest. He tends to internalize and he's kind of worn out. She's like, let him take a nap. Okay, let him take a nap. See, he wants to be there. He wants to be there, but he needs his rest and he won't rest well. He just needs to shut down for a little bit. So let him nap. Excellent. All right. Well, thank you, Grandma, for coming in. Nope, she stepped away now. Let's see who else. Let's see who else is going to come in. I feel like I do have a male spirit coming in too. Oh, wait, this might just be your grandpa, Ashley. Did your grandpa have a cane or have mobility issues? He might just be popping in and go, hey, just want to say hi. Because I feel like he popped in real quick and popped back out. Mobility. I feel like he had a hard time walking or something about walking. Okay. He just popped in to be like, hey, I know your grandma talks a lot, but I'm here. Peace out. And because he came in and left. Okay. That was the fastest of spirits ever come in and gone. Just saying hi. All right, let me see who else I have in here. So this is how I work. My name is Lorenda Carr. I'm an evidential psychic medium, and I talk to the other side. We bring through messages. And so what I like to do, and the reason I harass people when they come in, when they just drop their information is one, scammers are going to reach out to you. If you drop your question, they're going to take my profile. They're going to pretend they're me. They're going to go into they're gonna DM you, which I would never do, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, I saw that thing about your grandma, or that you're looking for a career. I could give you a reading," and and they're gonna try to get you to pay them money, and it's not me. So please, please, please know that I'm never gonna reach out to you. I'm not even gonna follow you back unless I ask first, because I don't ever want you to think that I'm a scammer. Okay. And they do. They will follow you. They just lay in wait right in here. They don't even show themselves typically. They just lay in wait, and then they will friend you, and then they will DM you if you put your questions in the chat. That's why I don't allow people to put their questions in the chat, because they're predatory, right? And we don't want that. We don't want that. So how I work, let's do, oof, I'm feeling hearts. Let's do hearts. We'll do hearts in the chat if you resonate 100% with any of the information coming in. I'm going to pull a spirit in, and we're going to set the intention that someone in the chat in any of the platforms, all the platforms, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all the platforms where we are live. Not yet, Lucas. Yep. So Kim just said she had to block another me. So you can pin that so people can see, or pin something that says something effective. It's not me. And they're going to follow you on, I've already got a message from somebody else saying that they're following on Facebook. These fake accounts are following. So just ignore, report, block, do all the things. Okay. It's not me. So I'm going to start delivering evidence. I'm going to pull a spirit in, invite them in to connect with someone that might be watching right now. And when they do, I'll ask them for evidence. I will start giving the evidence. I'll start telling you what's coming in, the information that's coming into me. And if 100% of it makes sense to you, you're like, oh my gosh, I know who that is. You're just going to put a heart in the chat. You're not going to say, that's my grandma. That's my da-da-da-da-da. Hi, Yessie. You're not going to say any of the things. Okay. You're just going to put a heart. Hi, Yessie. How are you? Hi, Marissa. So that being said, let's move in. Move in. So I should not see hearts yet. All right. We've got a couple different spirits coming in. So I'm going to ask Lily, my joy guide, to do a little gatekeeping for me. She's my bouncer when it comes to spirits. I've got a friend. I've got someone that was a friend. Feels like a best friend energy. Okay. I'm asking her to sort through because I feel like I've got a number of people stepping in. Oh, whoever the best friend was for, they've already left. Someone left. Whoever just left. Someone just left because they were like, just kidding. They're not here now. Interesting. Okay. Who are we bringing in? I am being impressed with the name George. George. And that's, for me, that could be an uncle. My dad's name is George. My brother's name is George. And I have an uncle George. So this would be a male in spirit, or someone talking about, because I don't feel like this is a male. I feel like this is actually a female coming in, but talking about someone named George. It's a female coming in talking, and she feels like an aunt. She's talking about an aunt. She's an aunt. And there's someone around her that is important. The name George is important to her or to the person I'm reading for. She makes me feel like she gave candy. She was like the aunt known to give candy. '50s. I feel like she was in her 50s when she passed. And she feels like chest area was the most affected. She had a blue, she's talking about like a blue, something blue is important, blue, like a blue car maybe? She feels thirsty. She makes me feel thirsty. Like like a scratchy throat. Scratchy throat. Is this making sense to anybody? If it makes sense, drop a heart. We're dropping hearts if any of this makes sense to anybody. Wow, literally nobody. Okay. Let me see if I get more information. This person's talking about they had a dog. Makes you feel like a bigger dog, like a golden retriever kind of dog. Or they're talking about a golden retriever or a bigger dog. And or she's saying, I have this dog with me in spirit. She keeps going back to the throat. The throat. Hard time talking. Hard time talking. Nobody in the other chats. Okay. Was male spent. Okay. So here's the thing. They could be talking about a male spirit, especially if this male is new in spirit. If this male is new in spirit, another spirit, a female, is coming through right now describing this person, describing a male. It's hard to explain. Like they sometimes if this is someone who recently passed, another spirit will come in and speak for them at first. It's like they create a bridge. Maya, an M name is important. Maya or Mila. Is important around whoever this is for. Okay, I can recap. Yes. The name George is important. Your Aunt Cross, your dad is George. Amanda. Would you understand like the chest and having a hard time talking, having a hard time voicing? I say under a year. Yeah, for sure. And blue car. The blue car seems to be important to this aunt. was weird. Sorry, I know you guys can probably hear like the hi, Fleur. They're saying they wish they'd been more active. She wished she'd done more. She wished she had done more. She wished she had been more active or more involved. Would that make sense for her? Oh, gosh, Spirit knows. Here we go. I might be with you, Kelly. Oh, as soon as I said that, I saw like a cloudy blur go across my vision. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Tammy. The aunt on the other side is in Vegas. Wait, who moved to Vegas? Do you just want to come in? Do a guest request. If it's might be easier just to work through this. You know how this works. The voice connection might be better because I'll know right away. If I feel like I am with you though. Bye, Gigi. Good to see you. And keep in mind, if you guys feel like, hear me. Hello, my friend.
Hi, sister.
How are
How's
you?
it going?
It's
I
going.
was walking my grandma in the house. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So, who do you feel like this is?
My grandmother's daughter. I'm at my grandmother's house now. My dad's name is George, and her daughter's name is Cheryl. And she just crossed less than a year ago. And she was in hospice, so she couldn't like communicate at all, and nobody really knew until right before. Yeah, yes, ma'am. And I go in her room all the time.
Oh,
and sit and talk and because I understand like some of the things like she might have went through, just like and I think I was gonna not say anything, but I was just like, I don't know, it could be, and I'm not gonna, I can take quite a bit of it.
Well, and the thing is, that if it's not you, I'm gonna be like, oh, it's just a postcard. No, I feel like this is her because she just stepped in closer. Did she have a fall? Did she fall at the end, or did she die in the fall? She's saying something about a fall.
Yes, she fell out, and it caused a lot of damage. And then she was, had medicine and things of that nature. So it was
when she fell, did she break a rib or something about her ribs? There's something about her ribs. Would that make sense for her? She's pointing attention. She's calling attention to my ribs.
Probably.
And did she? So either there's a Kentucky reference or she liked bourbon.
I've noticed a lot of things around the house. You know what I mean? There's like crates of, oh, I know what it is. I have a picture. I know what she's trying to tell you. I have a picture of my grandmother and my grandfather that I just pointed out the other day. And my grandfather is acting like he's pouring down bourbon down my in the front, and I was just like, it was a picture from a long time ago that I blew up from a Polaroid, and I just was like, this is one of my favorite pictures of my grandparents, and he's there and she's there and they're laughing, and he's in the picture, he's acting like he's doing it, he's not really, but he's
that's funny. Yeah. Okay.
Down the front of I know that's it.
Okay, so now she's also talking about, was she a religious person? Because she's showing me I don't know the Bible very well, but she's showing me something about Romans. So either you are reading Romans or somebody's talking about Romans.
Yeah. Yes, I'm noticing a lot of things around here, and she was, and I just took a candle that my grandmother was going to throw away, and it was made. And she's like, get rid of it. And I put a red candle in it to kind of make a special place for myself. And I think it was made in Romania. Like I lifted up the bottom,
got it.
Underneath the bottom of the candle.
Okay.
And it said, and want to have a corner like in the basement where I try to have a little bit of space for myself. And she said, get rid of it. And I turned it over and I was like, you know what? There's more.
There's more to it.
I'm going to keep this. And,
yeah.
you know,
Also, did you just
a lot of things.
did you just get like a little something? She is talking about a squirrel. Something about a little squirrel or something.
Yes.
Okay.
I did. I bought a little squirrel crystal.
That's like hilarious. Okay. All right. So what she's doing is she's basically confirming that she's around, and she's just like, and you can feel her. You can feel her around. But she's just confirming that you're not crazy. Oh my gosh. I keep seeing things in here. So I either need to get my eyes checked or I'm actually seeing orbs in real time.
Yeah. My dad's having a really hard time, sometimes,
Okay.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Was she really
haven't always had the best relationship, but my mother and I, so I'm just trying to, just kind of be cool and just be the best me I can be.
Right. Was she really artsy or something about art? I'm seeing something about, like, she drew my attention to this tarot deck that I have way over there. That's my Dali, my Salvador Dali art. So she's bringing that up for some reason. So either she was artsy or something. I don't know. Why would she be bringing that up?
I know exactly what it is.
Okay.
I have a picture that has, and it's like somebody did it of the Red Sea parting, and it's like a beautiful, like just piece of like abstract art, but that's what it stood for. And when I took it out this morning, because I have to keep my things kind of put away, I actually have it in between the mattress of my bed in my room where I sleep, which is my grandfather's room, and I take it out of there and I put it up. So, and I just went under in between the mattress this morning and pulled out the piece of art and sat with it. And then when we were getting ready to leave from my grandmother, leaving the hair salon because she didn't want to go because of the weather and stuff, there was like literally no traffic, and there was always traffic. And I said, oh look, they parted the Red Sea for you when she just pulled out, because we came out of there and usually it's kind of chaotic and there was no cars coming in either direction. And I said, for my grandmother, because she was going to cancel the appointment. And she to get her hair done, and it's important to her. And I said, it'll be okay. Let's just go, and it'll be fine.
Yeah. Did you just sage the house or do something with sage, or are you clearing or cleansing the house?
I have to I got water from a special grounds that they have out here. It's like it's a Holy Love Church. It's just and it's got a well, and you can pump water from the well. And I have some from there. And there's a spring that I'm not allowed to sage. I want to sage, but I'm not allowed to burn anything in the house. So I ring bells and spray water sometimes.
Okay. All right. Because she was acknowledging you trying to cleanse, energetically cleanse the house.
It's hard sometimes. I feel kind of heavy in here sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. The anger and resentment that seeps from your grandmother's energy is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely got to
yeah. I wake up sometimes and I feel like I feel just really because I sleep in my grandfather's room, in his bed, and just sometimes I'm like, and then I'm like, I'm really pointed right at magnetic north, and it just, you can tell the energy flow, it was set up a certain way almost.
Right.
But then sometimes I wake up and I feel just like I want to weep as soon as I get out of bed. So
yeah. I do not, Jen Jones. I do not. It's a scammer. I do not. You're welcome. I feel like you need sage. You got to get the positive ions. But I feel like you're doing as much as you can. But it's so hard when you live with someone who is so just negative energy and carries and embodies so much negativity. It just seeps into the walls. It seeps into the furniture. It seeps into everything. And sometimes there's just not enough sage. As long as that person's there.
Yeah.
So just do it. You keep going outside and getting grounded. Keep clearing your space. Keep clearing finding your safe spaces, because I feel like this aunt. Do you have a female in your like Georgina? Or is there a female?
Yes.
Georgina?
Yes, that's how my dad, she had got bit by a tick and she crossed over. And when she was really little, and her name was Georgina.
Oh, okay. Interesting. And Spot. Did they have a dog named Spot, or like a really generic name? Do you remember?
No, but I was
Spot, or a dog with spots, or something like that. Spot.
I was just noticing some things, and I was looking on a music app while I was sitting in the
Spotify.
While I was waiting for my grandmother. It's a app or a music kind of thing.
Yeah.
They do have a dog, but it wasn't named Spot. But
got it. But Spot. Were you listening to Spotify?
I was looking at the app, yeah, and I downloaded it, and then it was like, pick 3 of your favorites, something, and I was like, I don't know. Let me think about this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to be mindful of all the choices that I make.
Yes. I'm asking her why she's coming in. I think she's just coming in to confirm that, just for you, just be like, yes, that's 100% her. She's been dropping like little nuggets around. I think she leaves pennies. Do you find pennies?
I do.
Okay.
I find, yeah.
She leaves pennies for you.
Okay.
Because I feel like she was kind of frugal that way. Like, a penny saved is a penny earned. Like she was very mindful of money.
Yeah, that's my grandmother is as well.
Okay.
I don't know that I don't really necessarily, because we didn't get to spend a lot of time with her because she left and went to Vegas, and she you know what I mean? And
I do.
And that's where she stayed. And I went out there once and visited her. But I hadn't, like other than that, I didn't really get to spend a lot. She didn't come back.
Right. Well, I think it's just important for you to know that, like, she is around, she's in spirit, like she's around you a lot. And, and she's just saying, hey, keep talking to me. And you'll start seeing her a little bit more. And I feel like you're going to feel her a little bit more too. As she gets acclimated over there. So, well, thanks for coming in. She's moving around. So
thanks. Love you. See you in class.
Okay. See you Tuesday.
All right. Bye.
Thank you.
How do I get out of here?
Oh, here. I think I can disconnect.
I can do it.
No. I got it. All right. Yay. That was nice. That was a good connection. Well, thank you, Lori. Yeah, it was funny. Like, it's so funny because the way they come in and the way they, the evidence they bring is just so random. And that's a perfect example of, there were a lot of things that I would say words, and what they would use the imagery to get me to say words versus what they actually mean were different. Right? So, and that's how spirit can come in, like, especially for mediums. So if you go to a medium, you may not get like, oh, so your Uncle George is here and he's saying hi, and he's saying, and it's not like that. They have to use what the medium has experienced, right? And so they use my Rolodex of information. Hi, Yessie, again. And so, like, it's funny because they wanted me to get me to say the word spot, because she was sitting literally today looking at Spotify. There's no way I could have known that. Right? And the picture about the Kentucky and the bourbon, that was so specific. It's not what I was seeing, but it made sense to Kelly in that moment. So keep in mind that when you got to be open to how signs come in. You got to be open to how that information is coming in. So, all right. Well, it is afternoon. I was supposed to meet somebody, but it looks like she bails. She's bailing on me. Oh, well. All these people that keep saying they're gonna. Okay. Well, they keep saying they're going to help me and then they don't. That makes me sad. All right. Looks like I'm going to go with my busted knee and the ice over to the studio and pick up costumes and do rhinestoning today. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. So thank you all. I know, right? Oh, it's legit reasons though. She's a good friend, so it's fine. That's just me being salty. Remember how earlier we were talking about things we don't like about ourselves? I'll get salty about things that I shouldn't get salty about. Very selfish of me, but at the same time, I recognize those moments about myself. I know well, people always say they're going to help and then it's me. So, yeah, I've been trying to get people to help me load my car with costumes all week. It's Thursday now and I have nobody to help me with these fucking costumes. I can rhinestone them. It's just I need to get them from an upstairs point to a downstairs in the car to my house. Yeah. So there's that. Looks like I might just go to the studio and hang out there and do rhinestoning there. That might be it. I'd prefer to be home, but it may not happen. All right. Thank you all so much for coming in, hanging out with me for my spirit signs and sips. Again, my name is Lorenda Carr, psychic medium. If you're interested in taking classes with me, I have one class right now on the schedule. I'll be putting out my new schedule here. I was going to do it today, but it looks like I'm going to go do rhinestoning. But for March, I believe off the top of my head, I want to say the 4th and the 18th of March will be when my next two classes. I just don't have them I don't have them open to sign up for yet. For the all level spiritual development class, we'll have that coming up. And my next class is Tuesday. It is actually, I've had quite a few people sign up for that class already, and I limit the class size. So if you haven't signed up yet, do it. I've lowered the price at 7:30 to 9:30 Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday night. All level spiritual development class. It's for literally all levels. I enjoy the class and I really look forward to doing it. And then we have our Dancing Spirit Oracle deck. Remember, we've got our fun free gift of a mood ring and a cool notebook. Yeah, for the Dancing Spirit Oracle deck purchase. And oh my gosh, you know what else that I haven't even talked about? Really quick, if you're still here, right now I'm running a special for the 12-month tarot. It's only through tomorrow. It's a 2-day flash sale. 2 days is all I'm having it available. I've had quite a few people actually already purchase it. Normally, my 12-month tarot readings, it's a recorded message. You pay for it. I send it to you within a week. They're half off. They're half off. So, and that's through tomorrow. That's it. So if you want a 12-month tarot reading, check that out. I've got the Dancing Spirit Oracle deck while supplies last for this free gifts. And that's what I got going on in classes. Okay. So I've got a lot happening. Yeah, I don't typically discount a lot of things, but I thought for Valentine's Day, those 12-month recordings are easy because we don't have to worry about scheduling and I can do this on my own time and when I have time. So, all right, friends. Thank you all for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Make sure you're following me on all my platforms. Be sure to go check out the intro go check out my intro that I did for YouTube. It's going to be cool. So go watch the intro of it. All right. Thank you all so very much. Follow me, do all the things, and please, please, please have an amazing, amazing day. And yes, I'll see you Saturday, Jen. If you're in Central Indiana, come see me on platform. You might get a message. It's $10 to go into the service. But then you get 3 mediums that are doing readings. There's no sermon. There's nothing like that. It's cool. Like, it's just proving the continuity of life. Chapel is all about getting messages. So have a great day, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye now. Bye. Hang on.